Bannerlord is in a little bit of a strange place at the moment. After its latest update, there's been a lot of questions, and this latest one for 1.7.2 seems to have slowed down somewhat, at least with big content additions. Don't get me wrong, there's no need for it to be a massive update every time something releases from Tailworlds, but it seems like it's been that way for a while now, and it's starting to bring up some questions from a lot of the fan base. Come on, laddie. Come on. You can't do this to me. I am a big man with a stick. No. Jesus Christ! So do Tailworlds think that the game's getting to a steady point, that they're almost ready for a full release? But if so, why do fans still seem to want more from the title? I think it's time to finally dive into that. Come on, you absolute... Oh, God. Where have you come from? Oh, God, no. But you know, you might be wondering how a person can get so good at Bannerlord. And I think it's time for me to finally come clean.
Introducing a revolution in gaming. FootMouse, the first science-based gaming mouse made for feet.
I've been using FootMouse since 2017, but not on land. There's a lot of controversy as to whether or not FootMouse should be tournament legal. It's just such a huge advantage, but it's still all about skill. FootMouse just raises the skill gap. It's a whole different level of play.
FootMouse, get your foot in the game.
What the hell is this? Oh God. Sorry guys, wrong video. This video is actually brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Are you tired of silly looking cartoonish games? Well, Raid offers real, raw, dark, and a damn right sexy look into the RPG genre like never before. Raid just celebrated its 3-year anniversary with new content and events, new champions, and there is no sign of them slowing down now. Raid is running a special Deliana Chase event where you can get your hands on the legendary new Elven champion just by logging into the game between now and July 20th. It's free, available on iOS and Android, so click the link in the description today or scan my QR code on screen and get a free starter pack with almost $40. Wow, look, I've also got an inbox where I can gain all of my gifts. Ooh. Check out Raid Shadow Legends right now. So battle mode has officially been added in with 1.7.2. We've actually played it in the past with some early testing, but now it's officially in the game for anyone to get their hands on, along with some custom servers. Now, as far as I know, you can't go and buy a custom server for yourself just now, but that should be coming in very, very soon, as some selected community members do have them. Although, one thing I have to say about the custom servers is, for example, battle mode on this server has set so you still have to get good to be able to get the better armor and equipment, right? But because it's a battle mode and you don't get that many kills within each battle, because it's one round and one life, as soon as one team starts to dominate, the other team can't get the better equipment, which means it's just a long-ending cycle where the one team gets great equipment because they're doing well and the other team is stuck with rubbish stuff and they will never, ever stand a chance of winning the battle. Come here, he's lost his shield, he's lost his spirit, he's running from the battle. What a shameful display. Come on. Yes, shield punt him. So the battle mode adds in this one life game mode. It also adds in a few new maps with this update as well. Within the game, we have Cybercross Blockade, a reworked map for battle, Ozrak Insurrection, Skolder's Hideout. Then for some of the other game modes, like Captain Mode, we have Pendarit, Zendiar on Skirmish, Urisakala on Skirmish, and Sharis on Skirmish. There's been a lot of reworked maps, and there is still more to come. Every time I play on one of these custom servers, they mention how it's set to rotate random maps, and this can include unfinished maps from Tailworlds that are not quite fully added in yet, but will be coming very, very soon. Which means that Tailworlds are still very much working on this multiplayer area, and that seems to be their main focus at the moment. And this can be seen within this latest patch, because it hasn't just been a multiplayer patch. There have been some single-player elements, but there is still things left to be desired there. We have been given new and improved campaign and food management from the AI within your single player. You can also interact with prisoners when they're in your dungeon. If you have the right skills, charisma, persuasion, charm, calculating, you're able to try and get them into your party. Unless they just want to rot there in your cells. Along with some new armors, equipments, and assets, there are also some quality of life things, like being able to choose the spawning order of your troops, skipping all the rounds in tournaments, and changing the field of view within the photo mode itself. So it's clear that whilst Tailworlds have added some new stuff into the single player, this is mostly a multiplayer update. I've also noticed voice over IP in some multiplayer games, and more of a push on the custom server front, which at least for me is kind of exciting, but I think there'll be questions by other people. So look, whilst I'm playing battle mode, do people really care about it? As far as I'm aware, I went on at prime time last night and servers were pretty much empty, even the custom ones. Matchmaking seems a little bit broken at the moment. However, it looks like Bannerlord players aren't that much interested in this new game mode. Call me, I'm coming to save you, lad. Battle mode was always such a big part of Warband, and especially when they added in all the naval stuff, it was, wow, so much fun. God. But it's kind of sad that Mount & Blade and Bannerlord have not really reached that point. Maybe it was the fact that they launched without these custom servers and custom events that could happen, or maybe it's been so long that people that actually play Bannerlord are more of a casual audience and they're not all that bothered about this kind of gameplay. Will this change with Bannerlord's new updates, or is it always set and destined to be this way? Oh my god, please don't see me. Oh, Mr. Axeman's jumping. Oh, as he's jumped off the building. Ah, my subjects, bow down to me. Fight for your master. I will look over you with spite and anger. And boop. So this leaves us with talks about the future of the game itself. Are people happy with it? Are the fans happy with where the game is? Well, I'm in the Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord Facebook group, a place that you'd expect are a lot of Mount & Blade fans. The other day, someone put a post on there saying they played a lot of Warband. Should they pick up Bannerlord finally 2 years after its release? Many of the replies are positive, but there were a good amount, if not about 50%, that were saying no, saying that they weren't happy with the state of the game, even some going as far to saying that they felt scammed out of their money, which is an interesting thing, at least for me, because at least personally, I think I'm pretty happy with where the game is at this point. The last thing I was waiting for was for custom servers, and now we're just about to get that. So me, for my money, I think it's been worth it. Now, could my opinion be somewhat skewed by the point that I've actually been paid to play this on YouTube? Yeah, you'd be right. I probably have an irrelevant opinion here. But if we're talking purely of facts and content, it has surpassed what Warband had. It may not be exactly what people wanted, but if we're talking about sheer value for money, I think it's still there within the game. This is something that can only improve with the introduction of modders. Now, not only single player, but multiplayer mods getting into the fray, with these custom servers and custom updates that are coming to the multiplayer portion of the title. And then there's the final question. Are Tailwoods happy with the state of the game? Through these updates, we're seeing less and less, more patches rather than full content expansions, which seems to indicate that they're getting to the point where they think they've actually got a good amount within the title itself, and they're pretty happy with it. This brings up the point. Is it going to release soon then? We did hear in August of last year that it should be released in Q2 of 2022. We're in Q2 of 2022, yet nothing has... Oh my god, he went flying. Yet nothing on this front has been announced, which makes me suspect that we probably won't get it in Q2 of 2022. But that brings me on to the... Ow. But that brings me on to the next point. Does it really matter? Will releasing Bannerlord actually change it all that much? The amount of content and updates that we've had in the last 2 years, especially during its early access, makes me wonder what they would do for a full release. Are they going to bring out some big content patch that no one ever really expected? Is it going to be the full multiplayer with full custom servers on the full release? It could be, but I think a lot of people don't care about the multiplayer. I think a lot of people who are interested in solely the single player won't see that many differences from an early access version of Mount & Blade to a full release version of Mount & Blade. So does it actually matter when it's going to come? Unless something massive comes along with it. That is something I'd love to hear your opinion on, so make sure you leave a comment down below. I really hope you've enjoyed this more discussion style of video. If you have, leave a like on it, but I'll be sure to bring you up as many updates as I possibly can into the future. But until then, I will see you in the next one. Jesus Christ, these guys just stop moving away. I'm trying to shoot. Oh god, they're retreating. Oh, this is a good thing. Hell yes. Oh, come on, one more on that lad. Come on. Oh no, I hit the guy. Well, good job lads. We did it. Just trying to drop all our weapons.